My name is Jashin Lin, and this is my final video for my course CIS 9467. This project is built up from my midterm project, which can be found on YouTube as well. As a brief recap of the previous project and an intro to this final project, both projects using H1B data as the data source retrieved from the Office of Foreign Labor Certification, OFLC. It's meant to help international students whose majors are in marketing-related fields, just like mine. And the reason for this decision is that students with this particular background are especially challenged by when it comes to career resources. Given the harsh situation that countless students are in where I used to deal with, I wanted to share this video with them to help anyone better plan ahead regarding job search strategies. In my previous video, I showed you Power Review and its filter map features to help you strategize your job search. Additionally, I showed you pivot tables, pivot charts, and slicers. You can select different scenarios by clicking through the slicer buttons, and you will see the results of the multiple charts vary accordingly and simultaneously. In this video, I want to show you the similar project, but ran by VBA. With VBA, I can collect the H1B case data for several years, have Excel automatically clean the files, for example, removing some of the columns that you don't actually need for your analysis. And I did that for the previous video and also for this video. And then run the same functions in a snap. So with data from across several years, you can compare the trend, which would be the key difference from my previous project. Additionally, I will show you some charts and analysis done with the VBA. So first, you need to run it. So you select File, but I'm not doing it now because the completed file is actually run already since I'm using Mac now, and it actually takes a while to run it, so I'm just going to show you what these buttons do. So you select the 2018 as well as 2019 data file, and then you hit run, and everything will be in here. And the data would cover the 2018 file data, also the 2019 file data. And in this completed file, it actually has the merged data of 2018, you can see here, as well as the 2019 data in the same file. Okay, and then VBA also run the analysis for me. So as mentioned, there are pivot tables, pivot charts, slicers. Let me just click through them, as well as some the two trend analysis I did. And then I have VBA put everything on the same dashboard, build the connections for slicers. Okay, so here is the dashboard with charts and slicers with datasets connected with each other, and thus the bars and columns would alter along given the filtering conditions I apply to the slicers. So let's just dive into the analysis that I did for you. First, if you're more interested in knowing which companies could be a good start for applying their marketing positions, you can use this H1B case status by company chart slicer to compare the amount of certified positions versus those denied across companies. Second, if you're more interested in comparing the prevailing wages across your interested positions, you can look at the job title and salary chart. Note that there are some zeros which did not have an actual salary. Do not be alarmed by that. Some had missing values in the raw data set. You can also do that by clicking through the prevailing wage level to find out the ones that you might be interested in. Also, some students are able to get sponsored jobs, but then they get into the trouble with prevailing wage. For instance, in the New York area, the prevailing wage for survey researchers is around 47,000 a year as a full-time job. If someone gets paid at 40,000 a year, this case would not be approved by the government. So some may come up with an idea of filing the petition pretending it was a part-time job to make the actual salary, or say the hourly wage, fall above the prevailing wage requirement, while in fact the person is actually contributing 40 hours a week. Here we can see the amount of part-time positions are far less than those of full-time. And success rates seem lower too, so if possible, I personally suggest against this approach. And further into the wage discussion, let's look at prevailing wage levels. As discussed, there are 4 levels. The higher the level, the tougher the job requires, or say entails, and not surprisingly, the harder a freshman can get. By clicking through the slicers, I could tell the certified cases are indeed more likely to be in wage level 2 or above. We shouldn't draw a conclusion that jobs within level 1 are, as a result, less likely to get approval. But given those numbers, I would advise that if you can, do your research and do your negotiations. In addition to the pivot charts and slicers, we can also do some trend analysis using Visual Basic. So first, I sketch out the percent of the 4 case status of 2018, the blue one, and 2019, the red ones. So you can see there isn't really a big jump, but still the certified rates go slightly lower. And the other 3, the no-luck ones, actually go up a little bit. It may be the result of the political situation, or perhaps there are many other reasons. I wanted to let you know that you should be prepared that it's gonna be easy at all. On the other hand, we can look at the trend of each marketing positions. Obviously, from the chart, you can tell marketing analyst and marketing specialist, petition, and marketing managers are the 2 most commonly applied positions. However, from 2018 to 2019, the marketing analyst and marketing specialist position dropped significantly, while the marketing managers increased sharply. I think this shows that applicants are swaying from a position that has been challenged by the US CIS in recent years. This one, the marketing analyst and marketing specialist one. So you might want to think and act strategically when looking for jobs and while filing petitions. Remember, you can find jobs strategically as well as negotiate your salaries and the job title that you can put in while you filed your petitions strategically. Negotiate with your company smartly. Lastly, I want to mention that I had a similar analysis with my midterm project, which is also available on YouTube, and I will also upload this finished analysis, the VBA codes, the raw data online, and you can reach me if you have any questions. That's all from me today. Thank you.